Oh. Okay, so I messed up a little bit about this and did the Dremeling without having my video going. So these are already done. I just don't think you can see the back ones, but pretty much I just Dremel them until I just see the quick coming through in the middle. You want to round around the back, and you can round underneath if you need to. Since he's got really nice feet, I don't really need to do the underside too much, but those are what the feet look like. Again, you can round the tops in, pull them back, round the sides in, till you get feet like that. I'm running out of film, but this is him brushed out and banded one side. This side I haven't combed out yet, so I'll just kind of do this until I run out of film. Again, a bit of, this is Pangenics. I find that it's quite a heavy spray. You definitely can kind of feel it in your hands and in the coat, but that's not necessarily a bad thing for putting in a show dog's coat, because you want them quite well conditioned. So I find that going up is important, especially on the legs, because when you brush comb down, you can just kind of push the hair down without actually getting in there and getting the tangles out. Now I've groomed for a long time, so I can tell when I'm getting down to the skin or not. But if you aren't very experienced with brushing out long coats, you can do line brushing, which is where you pick up a little bit and then you're gonna comb just a little bit of hair down till you can see the skin, and then you go around making sure that you can get your comb through completely, and then you can allow down a little bit more hair and make sure that's brushed out completely, and then you can pull down a little more hair and make sure that's brushed out completely. I can tell pretty well if I've got him combed out, and he's in puppy coat still, so it doesn't take too much with him. Don't forget to do your tail. Until there's no tangles in there. And then do your front end. Now, important parts to pay attention to would be kind of by the upper pad thingy here on the front foot. Find that tangles tend to form around there. Flanks. That's another one that you want to be careful of. He doesn't really have a tangle there, it's just kind of the odd angle that I'm working at. So flanks, armpits are obviously a big thing. He usually has at least a little bit of tangles in his armpits. He does it. So that's an area that I always pay a lot of attention to for him, so I'll lift the leg up so I can get all the way up into that armpit. I'll pull it out and go from the inside out. I can feel he's got one there. Just kind of keep going until that is completely removed. And then just make sure that everything else in the dog is brushed out. Making sure you do in between the chest as well. You don't want to miss that. I mean, I shave them pretty close in there. There he is, pretty much finished. I forgot to Dremel his nails on the back feet beforehand, but he got scissored last week, so he won't get scissored this week again because it won't be too much taken off. So that is how I maintenance groom my show standard poodle. I also wanted to add that you can comb them while they're lying down, and when he's going through coat change, or once he's got his adult coat, I might brush him out when he's laying down. So the one thing I don't really like about brushing him out, make sure you do this as well. I had already done this before, but make sure that you get in there. Again, you can line brush if you're not sure how to get down through all that coat. The one thing I don't like about combing them out when they're laying down is that I find that the side that's on the table itself ends up getting quite kind of messed up, and sometimes can get a couple of tangles back. And then, so when I stand them up, I have to brush through them anyways. So if I knew he was going to take a while to brush out because, you know, he's going through coat change and that kind of thing, you know, I'd do him lying down to get kind of everything kind of out, and then when he'd stand up, I would just double check my work. Thank you, Asher, for being a great demo duck. Thumbs up.